How are you doing today? My name is Mr. Deas.
Hi, I'm Amy.
Nice for you to be here. Have a seat. So, what brings you in the office today?
Well, I have some problems in my classes at school. I'm a college student, and I'm having some problem with like taking my tests and stuff like that. It's like I have like a brain freeze or whatever, and I can't comprehend what I'm studying.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Have you ever tried studying in an environment that's quiet, like, or even a bookstore, like Barnes and Nobles?
I never thought of that. I never thought about going somewhere different. I never thought of that.
I think it would be some of great assistance to you if you, instead of studying all the work material in your house where you're distracted, that if you was to go to a library or study outside, that it'll help you retain and memorize a lot of the information. Have you tried getting help by other classmates?
No, I just was using doing the homework that they give us online and trying to, self-based, I teach myself and stuff like that.
Okay. Can you go into a little detail of the workload?
I have 3 classes. I have the psychology, and I have the math, and I have my sociology class. I had 4 classes altogether, which was also a human services class, but the work is like everything like is so close together with assignments and stuff like that, and they give us a lot of work, and I just don't. I can't come with a way to balance my work on those days. I go to class 4 days a week, and I don't know how to balance my work. It's getting kind of like complicated to me, and it's like I don't know. And I haven't been in school in a long time. It's been like 10 years since I've been in school, and I don't think maybe that has something to do with it.
I see. Can you tell me, of the 3 subjects that you've mentioned, which one of these subjects do you feel is really creating more of a problem?
All of them.
Okay.
All of the classes, because basically this is my psychology class, because that requires a whole lot of thinking and comprehending, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't know, and it's really complicated to me. I don't understand it.
So, has your teacher, besides your teacher just giving you homework, has your class done any group activities to where you can meet with other students in the class and ask for help?
Basically, no. No, we don't. I mean, we have our, PowerPoint notes, and we have our study guide, and then we have the book, and it's a lot of reading. And it's like, we get all the 8 chapters per test. It seems like it's just so complicated. It's just hard.
Okay. Can you tell me how many hours a day do you put into your studying for each of these classes?
Well, to be honest, I try to study at least 2 hours per day if time permits me to. And then when I try to do one part of the psychology class work, I also have my math, and I have my other classes as well, and it's like, I don't know. I try to put a lot of time into it, and sometimes I just be so burned out that I just don't feel like doing anything.
Can you go into detail with your guidance counselor? Have you expressed these problems to your advisor in college?
No, I haven't. No.
Do you feel that there's anything at this point in time right now that you'd be able to withdraw or drop and add a class?
No, not at this point. I don't think so. I did schedule. You know, it's like on 2 classes per 7 weeks, and this summer is like, I don't know. It was with the full classes. It's like everything is like, I don't know. It's all together. It just seems so. It's like it's complicated. I can't focus like I did last semester.
So, from what you're telling me, you're saying now that the school has this new compressed schedule where instead of your traditional 12 weeks, it's 7 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying I did better with the 7 than I did with the 12. Because with the 12 weeks is like all my classes like fall tests and the extra assignments all fall like within the date following each other. It's not a time frame period where I really have time to basically study.
So to make sure that I heard this correctly, it's 7 weeks right now as far as this semester that you're going for, or you're still under the 12-week regimen?
I'm under the 12 weeks.
All right. Okay. Do you feel that since the classes are 12 weeks long, it feels like you might have a lot of time in the world, or do you feel that that's kind of creating some kind of studying imbalance, meaning that since because you feel that it's 12 weeks long and you have all the time in the world to get things right, do you feel that maybe that's kind of why you might be lagging in your schoolwork?
No, I feel like when I took the 7-week compressed class, it was like I had a lot of time to really focus on those only 2 classes. And it's like I could do that work and, rest up and then get back to my work like I really need to. But with these 12 weeks classes, I don't have no time for rest. And if I decide to take a day of rest, it's like I fall so far behind that I can't catch up. The full schedule is complicated. All my, like, 3 classes or 4 classes all at one time. Like, all the classes, everything is due basically at the same time most of the time. And it's kind of hard for me to, like, balance that. I don't know how to balance that full week schedule.
And are your classes back to back? Are you going every day for the same classes, or you're going every other day or every 2 days?
I go every other day, and one class I have like on the same day. I had to drop that class. I had 4 classes, but I had to drop one class because it was a bit too much work to do with that. I had sociology and I had psychology, and that was a bit too much to do. And I had to drop that class. And I had to,
It's okay, take your time.
and I had to, with those classes, now I have 3, which is the math, the psychology, and the human services class.
Mm-hmm.
And the psychology class is my hardest because I never studied 8 chapters up for one test. Or 9 chapters for one test. And then the math, you got like maybe 9 chapters for that test. It's just a lot to study, to comprehend, and that time frame to me. But I'm trying, and it's just like, I don't know. Dennis called me having depression mode, and I just can't think. I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
Since you've mentioned depression, is it just depression as far as knowing how to deal with your classes, or is this depression affecting your mental state of mind? Has there been any depression that you've faced prior to your schoolwork?
I faced a transition in my life, like me, returning back to school after all these years is kind of like hard for me at this moment. It's been almost 10 years since I came back to school. It's like it's a new transition in my life. It's something totally new that I'm doing.
So there hasn't been anything like the death of a family member or anything that mind alters your studying habits that's leading up to now? Okay.
Well, it's just the school.
And what about your study plan? Have you ever created a study plan for yourself since you're taking all of these classes at one time, as you mentioned? Have you ever just sat down and just wrote down your problems on a sheet of paper, or just the certain chapters that you're having a problem with, to where you can go to your teacher the next day and ask for help on the subjects or chapters that you're having a problem with?
No, I never thought of that.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, time has run out today, and I'm going to give you a list of services that you could use. And these services are at your school, where there's mentoring programs and study buddies, and also there's a lab in the 900 part of the building, and there's the math cube that's on the left side. And I feel that with these alternatives, that it'll better help accommodate your needs. So you can let me know how that goes, and I appreciate you taking the time to be here today. And you're not alone, because there's millions of other students out there that are having the same problem, and it just takes time and effort and a little bit of change of your study patterns, and you'll get back on your feet in the right track.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.